The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. A Big Ten showdown is coming, conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Washington Huskies taking on the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will get the first swing of the game. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Oh, everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They move the tight end all over. Leaves it with the back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Motion from the offense. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Going downfield for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So Washington's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw, it's Tucker. Takes the easy one to the back. They get him down after he makes the catch. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Finds some running room. He'll pick up 4 out to the 12. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Give to the single back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake. Makes his connection. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Off the play fake on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive. And the pass is intercepted. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but what an opportunity here from the 23-yard line.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
First down here for the offense. He'll do it himself. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Washington will snap it in the red zone. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. To the air, it's Tucker. Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Sam Houston may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from Huntsville every time. The Bearcats have been racking up road wins since the Ron Randleman days, and they get another one today. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Trying to find his man on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking to go up top on first down. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. To throw, it's Tucker. Fires to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Caught on the outside, it's Kingsbury. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. And now on second down for this offense. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Gets it out quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. From the gun. He wants it all. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
The give from the gun. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Wants to return it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the Big House when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the Big House.
He'll bring it out. It's Blair. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Use the play fake, now to throw. He unleashes a long one. Fires into traffic, picked off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
That's a bit of a gut punch for the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They go to the ground. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Going up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to throw, it's Prince. It's complete on the right side. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second and goal coming up. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Time to take a shot. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Cavazos. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Tucker. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Wide open downfield. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1st down to start the drive after the break. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Flushed out of the pocket. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's caught! Touchdown, Huskies! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Mississippi State endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Stark Vegas, and the Bulldogs came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Complete to the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You've got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just start taking shots.
You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And that ball is picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got it in the middle. It's Kingsbury. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Huskies with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. He is feeling it, a huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Dropping back, it's Prince. Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Fires to the big fella. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wiggins. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more